All right, welcome to episode 14 of the September online poker series. We're back after a tough Sunday session. Getting a little tired of saying that, but yes, another tough Sunday session. But that's okay. Today's going to be different. We're going to take a bit of the stress off today. My goal is to, if I'm going to lose again, just have a good time doing it, which, you know, it's a little weird to like flip a switch and be like, oh, you're going to enjoy losing today. Why not enjoy losing yesterday? Well, yesterday it's just a different beast. It's Sunday. There's a lot of hunger. There's a lot of fire. I mean, tournament players, you'll understand. I mean, it's the Sunday grind. It's just a different beast. So, yeah, I think it's good to try to take a little stress off today. And, yeah, we're going to get through this Monday. The 215 Six Max Championship starts in a couple minutes. It's my last day to qualify for the day 2, which is later this afternoon. So I'm going to hop in and start playing in a couple minutes. But, yeah. Got no time to waste. Back into the grind. Once again, episode 14. Let's get it. All right, so the topic I want to talk about. So now that we're on like a 10-day losing streak-ish, there's been a lot of days in a row where kind of the storyline has been, oh, I'm all in and I lose, and I'm all in and I lose, and cooler here and cooler there, and nothing is working, which is true. But I don't, you know, like I know as a tournament pro that is only part of the game, right? The pots that matter often are choosing the right value bet size, making the right hero fold, finding a 4-bet, finding a 3-bet bluff, finding a good fold deep in a tournament, finding the right bluffs. Like these are all little factors where I'm playing thousands of hands every day. I can't show you guys all these little factors that might change my win rate, right? So I know when I'm playing that like, yeah, I'm losing these all-ins, but there's also other things where I can make adjustments and maybe be a better player, and that's going to change my win rate too, right? Like I'm not perfect. I'm not playing perfect. I'm going to always show the all-ins because those are big pots, right? Like oftentimes in a tournament, you might win 3 or 4 blinds. You might win 6 blinds in a post-flop spot. You go from 34 to 40 blinds. Okay, that's important, right? But like, I'm probably gonna rather film the pot where I'm playing for a 60 big blind stack and a bounty, right? So it does end up being that the all-ins are important parts of the storyline for these stacks. I guess the thing I don't want people to take away from this vlog is that I don't want you to look at your sessions like, oh, I lost all my all-ins, nothing I could have done differently, GG. Because that's not what I take from these sessions. I always have a healthy little voice in the back of my head that says, yeah, unlucky in the all-ins, but you know, there's probably lots of things you could have done better today. And like, that's only part of the game, right? So it's important for me. And I think anybody that wants to play tournaments or wants to be a poker pro to, give yourself a little bit of a break if you're running bad in the all-ins, but realize that ultimately it's the other stuff generally that tends to matter long run. So I don't think it's important to be critical on yourself to a point where you're destroying your confidence for no reason. If you feel like you're playing well and you're just not winning, like you don't need to beat yourself up for no reason. But again, the last thing I want people to take from this vlog is that all that matters is if you win your all-ins or not. That is not all that matters. It just happens to be kind of the storyline lately. So yeah, going into today's session, I just wanted to get that out of the way because there's been like 8 vlogs in a row where it's been like, oh, we lose this pot, we lose this pot, we lose this pot. It's not all luck, right? It's not all luck. There's a lot of skill involved and, you know, I could be playing better. But, you know, wanted to get that out of the way before we get into today's session because it's been a lot of run bad recently. All right, heading into session number 14 of the series. We are currently sitting down $6,600 with no winning sessions forever. 215 day 1. We want a call or a shove here from them. One of the two. Definitely see them fast playing a king sometimes here. Calls river 8. So what exactly gets there? 7-5, very unlikely. 10-7, very unlikely. Unless they have spades. It'd have to be a random king 8. random king 8. I don't think 9-8 gets here necessarily. We block that, so. Yeah, it kind of looks like a dicey river, but not really. Not really. It's decent. They might be able to hero fold this river, but we still want to value shove blind versus blind here against their king X. And sometimes we lose, but not this time. Pretty happy with this hand. Went for a raise. They defended. Flop was 9-5-6. I checked it back. Wasn't super excited to bet call or bet fold this board, so just check back on the shallow stack depths. Turn was a queen. I go for a small bet. They still have lots of 2 pairs and straights. Like, I don't think my range can really afford to do a bunch of big betting here when they can still have so many strong hands. I think big betting is fine, but I just went for a small bet. We can still continue if they raise on a safe river. We can put more chips in. They can bluff us, whatever. They called the turn, and on the river is a deuce, and I went for a 2x overbet jam. I think for their bounty, we want to play for the bounty when we actually have it here. They can put us on king jack, king 10, jack 10 for bluffs, random ace x and king x that started bluffing on the queen. And they're just gonna have a lot of hands like 5-7, 9-10, 9-8, queen x, whatever, that will be pretty skeptical. So I think I was just happy that I found the all-in instead of like a bet 60% or bet 80% here. You find 2x pot and get called for the bounty. So it was a nice pot in the 88. Dang. All right, we get a call from Douglas. It's got 8s. Nice. All right, we win the bounty. We went for the max, and we got at least the short stack to call. Played 2 $33 satellites. We won tickets in both. Really nice return. All right, this was a fun pot in the 109 8 max. I called with the pocket 5s in the small blind. Big blind called. We flop a set. Awesome. Check, check, check. Unfortunately, and now on the turn, we can go for a bet or we can check raise. I was thinking, given how deep we are, I think a lot of hands start betting. They can bet a lot of draws in king x. They can start betting queens, jacks, 10s, 9x, whatever. I mean, both are going to be good plays, but I decided this time I'm going to go for a check raise. The big blind bets big. They call. So this is the dream. If we're going to go for a check raise, we get action for both players with the larger sizing. Get a nice big fat check raise in. Draw heavy board. Lots of potential bluffs here. Cutoff rips it. 150 big blind pot. Drawing dead on the turn. That was massive. Ooh, I got a cough. I don't know where this cough is coming from. Out of the bottom though, isn't it? King! One time, put the king out there. All right, 75 of bounties. We're gonna hop into the turbo flight now. All right, 2.5 hours in. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, the session has started decently. The schedule today is maybe a little smaller, so I don't know. I kind of feel a little underwhelmed. I'm trying really hard to qualify for this 215, which is it's just seemingly impossible. I've played so many bullets to this thing, and I don't know, like, it's just a 215 bounty, but yeah, it's been high variance, I guess, tough to get in. So yeah, I'm playing the last flight for that. If we don't make it, still got a decent schedule on the side. And yeah, I've won some big pots early. A couple of post-flop hands, which were really nice. A couple of pre-flop all-ins that went okay. So yeah, I mean, it's a better start than the last few sessions, at least. All right, Diego, put it in, dude. Just rip it. Yeah, come on. Turbo flight. Turbo flight. Nice turn. Come on. It's our last chance. Starting stacks a million. We got barely over that. Another decent hand here. Gonna be another shove. Just happy to get folds or get calls, as opposed to playing out of position post flop. All right, easy shove against the button here. Guys, this is the last flight Late reg is done. A light call here would be good. Light call. They have ace queen. They were sitting there looking at me with ace queen of clubs. GG. All right, decided to get it in against a mega stack late position in the 500 here. Got a flip into 500s. Historically, that is a very bad thing for me. Is today a different day? It is. Nice. A mystery bounty spot. Ace 8 pocket eights. Ooh, we found an ace. Found another ace. Oh, we stay alive. Stay alive, 9 bigs. Just ripping it because the big bounty's still out there, so I'm gonna fast play my value. Everyone covers me, pretty likely to get some action. Ace king! Oh my god, that was more like it. 6-7 is what I was expecting. Oh, we brick out as well. Alright, GG's. Gonna min cash for 50 something bucks, I guess. Oh, 63.54, we laddered. It's kind of similar though, I don't mind shove either. All right, 525, king, king. Ace, king, classic. A modern day classic in the 525. Beauty, let's go. I don't know about this one. Probably just have to quick call. Conky dong. Conky dong. Like it's a snap call if this range is wider, but like this range is not that wide. So like my range is not that wide, which just means this range is not that wide. Damn. Damn. You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna fold maybe. God, honestly, this is so annoying because we could still be in decent shape here. I don't. How many pairs does this player take? They're covered by me too. I don't know if they have 8, 7, 6s, 5, stuff like that. I'm not too worried about this range. I think they're trolling. Tanking for that long. I think I fold. Ugh, I hate it. I hate it. Let's see some hands here. Oh my god, it's the worst case scenario. They take 7s middle position for 50 blinds covered by me against this tight range already. These guys block each other. I mean, that was perfect for 9s. Perfect. Perfect for 9s. We would have won a bunch of chips and whatever. I don't know, a tricky spot, but that's annoying. Uh-oh. My throat is starting to feel iffy. It's not good. I was wondering, like, am I gonna get sick one of these days? Playing poker every day for 10 hours. Is it gonna catch up to me? I'm hoping it didn't. I'm gonna make some tea though. I'm gonna make some tea. I think it's Queen Jack here. Oh, let's go. All right, I currently have the outs, but I don't have the hand. I think I'm gonna overbet here. Anything that we fold out is good. If I had like 2 pair and stuff, I want to build a pot and get this bounty. I think this actually makes sense. If they run it, I will call, I guess. And I will give up with this bluff. I'll probably follow through with 5-4 maybe, or something without spades. My hands like 6-7 get counterfeit as well, so it's like I'm repping more like king 6, king 7, 6-7 type hands because I check back pre-flop. So the ace is not so good for my value range either. So it's just like a perfect storm of garbage on this river. Perfect storm of garbage. All right, we have our $33 day 2 now. We are starting with 16 blinds, 327 players. It's gonna be a battle to get deep in this thing, but first place is 5,000 plus bounties. We're in the money, so who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna say that. No, honestly, I have no idea if it's been turned in. Don't show me a better hand than King Jack, please. King 10. Perfect. Let's go. Big pot in the 215. All right, that didn't last very long. We shoved King Queen suited for 13 blinds. The big blind actually called deuces, and I had a very small bounty. I'm not sure if I like that call, but they had a lot of chips, to be fair. So they take the flip, they win the flip, and yeah, I lasted like 3 minutes. GG's. They go half pot. It's interesting, half pot. They might have a slightly more vulnerable hand here. If that's the case, maybe small raise is nice. I think if we go third, they might just jam their overpairs and Jack X anyway, probably. For protection, maybe. Okay, they call again, half pot left, gonna shove the set. I would have preferred a brick, unless they call with 10-9 right now, but I would have preferred a brick. All right, nice pot anyway. Running good, flopping sets. Aces, we go for the raise. We get shoved on for 23 blinds. Pocket nines. Bang. Okay, I've been playing for 4.5 hours. We have 2K in buy-ins and 658 in cashes. It's a smaller session today. I skipped one of the 500s. The schedule is just a bit smaller. So yeah, smaller day, which I think is fine though after a big Sunday. So yeah, hopefully we can book some profit. Maybe the 500 keeps going well. It's a scary sentence to say, but we get an ace king against nines and deuces in the 215 here. We're drawing dead against pocket twos. Nice play from the pocket twos. So I went for a call pre against this raise. They called. Bet, call, call on the flop. Check, check, bet, call, jam. Kind of a weird pot how we got here, but now that we're here, I'm all in. Let's hope they have a queen and not a set. Let's hope they have a queen and not a, let's hope they have a set. No, it doesn't matter now. Just no 3-5 suited. Did they have a set? Oh, they had a set! How lucky is that? Let's go. In the 55, we chip up. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Session today is livable, and that's all I asked for today. I just wanted to not be stressed, have a livable session, and it has been, so that's good. I wouldn't say it's been, like, fun. I wanted to have fun today. I think I was just a bit too tired after yesterday to have, like, a ton of fun. But, yeah, definitely a better experience, at least. Do you guys see? So I lined up my grass with a edger. you see that one part? Oh, that's annoying. That is really annoying. Look at that. I'm bluffing again. Wrong guy, I guess. Wrong guy to bluff. I mean, I like, I don't know. That's what I was targeting. That was exactly what I was targeting. So, well, after the bluff, we're in probably bad shape here, but we could flop a 9. Could flop a 9er. Seen it happen. All right. Ace-8 offsuit, ISO, MP. Stack's 5 hours in. We got the 525 here. Our stack has faded quite a bit. We went for some calls with like a king-queen suited and missed the flop. Pocket 9s, called the flop, folded the turn on a couple of overcards. Just, I don't know, some natural pots losing. But yeah, so we're going to be kind of a mid-stack now. All right, in the 500, we 3-bet. We're going to go for a C-bet. Turn is the queen of diamonds. I mean, it kind of looks like I have a nice check back and bluff catch here to me. They can have hearts and clubs and spades. It's tougher to triple barrel now with this hand. I feel like it's, yeah, check, hope for a good river here. Ace. Would say ace is not a good river. Because we lose sometimes now, and yeah, let's just hope they have a 7-8, the pocket 10s, 9s, jack 10. Oh, I was cooked anyway. That's actually amazing to see. It's annoying to lose, but it's amazing not to get stacked. Look at that symbol next to my name. It's an ice cube because we're running cold. Haven't won any pots forever. Got a 9s against ace-8 in the 500. 3-outer on the flop. That's really frustrating. We just lost every pot and then lost an all-in. All right, guys, it's really brutal. Just watched another session evaporate before my eyes. Today was a smaller schedule, but yeah, still was hoping we get a win. Looks like with a couple games left, we're gonna be down. Ace king here, just a shove for 13.5. Running the queens. Come on, hold. Nice. Huge flip, obviously. 623 left, 430, get paid. All right, all right, they check back the flop. We big bet the turn. We're hoping they have a 9 and not king, queen, king, jack, queen, jack, hearts, ace-8, king-8. Oh, king 10. What a sick hand. Let's go. That is a huge pot. Unlucky for them. They went for the check back with a strong part of the range. They checked back, called it down. Don't blame them. All right, our in the money table in the 109. We raise, they shove against king 9 suited. Nice. A little scare. I was a little scared, guys. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Simplicio wants to play a big pot. I go for a big bet. They raise anyway. Just trying to think if I'm playing 3-bets with my overpairs. I guess I am. Well, I guess we gotta do it, eh? That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. 120 blinds and second in chips. That was a bigger pot than I wanted, honestly. I did not plan on playing such a huge pot with the ace king of hearts. I think ICM wise, it's like really, really, really dicey to do that. But after we big bet and they kind of go not a huge raise, but kind of smaller raise, I think it's a board where they can kind of be messing around a bunch. And I think it's a board where if we play call, like the runouts get really dicey. When we have the overpair, when we have hearts, it's not so bad. But when we have the overpair, like ace-9 or whatever, it's just really... The runouts are really awkward and the equity is really awkward. So I think we're going to end up playing some 3-bet to try to make them fold on the flop or get it in and like flip. So for that reason, I decided to do the same with the ace-king of hearts. Just knowing that I'm going to have decent equity always and they might still fold if I play the 3-bet. So yeah, that was kind of the plan. Anyway, big flip there, 50% equity on the flop, and we drill it. Huge. All right, so we raise under the gun, call here, call in the big blind. Check, check, check on the flop. I bet turn, and we're gonna bet the river, even with the flush coming in. We don't want to get raised though, I'll tell you that. Well, actually, if we get raised, we're just folding. It's easy, but... Just want to call from a worse hand, like queen 10. Call and muck. Let's go. King queen with a spade. Wow, they had a really strong hand. That's crazy. All right, this player is opening like any 2 cards, so we have a nice shove spot here. I'm in last place. $70 big blind ISO. That's unlucky. Let's see though. Nice. Okay, 28 bigs. I only cover 1 stack still. It's very deep stacks. So it's not only is this a mystery bounty, but it's mystery bounty. 75% of the prize pool is in the bounty, so it's even more of a bounty situation. It's not normally how the mystery bounty goes. I mean, I don't even think anyone has king queen. I'm just gonna big bet, dude. I'm putting it in. Nice. All right, I got a pot against Finton. Went for a check raise. Turn is the king. Check. Check raise, check raise. I mean, we could do that with king queen. We could do that with a set. Combo draw. It's a weird spot. Guess we could do that with queen 4, queen deuce as well. This is a weird spot though. I hope Finton gives me credit for doing this with some value as well and not just a draw. So maybe got like a, I don't know what he has here, queen maybe? No, he wouldn't bet that big with the queen. Maybe like an ace 10 of, I wonder what he has actually. Either way, I want the fold. Nice. All right, open shove from the Giga stack. Ace jack, king jack. Okay, I got a stack in this mystery bounty now. There's still a 3K bounty out there. Vincent says he folded aces against my ace 3. I mean, I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but that's tough. That's tough. Wow, this tournament is awesome. All right, we got a flip here. Ace 8, pocket 5s. Come on, one time. No. God, I've worked so hard to get this stack. We lose the flip. Oh, imagine saving the day. I mean, there's a lot of other bounties, but they're all good. I mean, we only have $100 locked up, so getting a flip there is really nice. All right, I played a messy hand here. Ace 5 suited, 20 blinds deep. I could shove. It's profitable. I like limping, though. Can limp shove or limp call if they go for the raise. Plays fine post flop. Does go for a small raise. I'm just calling. I decided to just call, and this is the board. It's a pretty good board. We have the overcard, backdoor flush, and straight draws. So we could call a bet, but it goes check, check. Turns the deuce, so I pick up a gutter, check, and then small bet. Yeah, I think like we still need to call. They could just, you know, Fintan could just be bluffing with a hand like 10-4, delay bluff. Our equity against a 3 or a deuce here is not terrible. So yeah, I don't know. I think the price is right. And we river a 5. It's really interesting. I don't think I want to check call very often with the ace 5, but I thought maybe leading made some sense. And the logic I had was, you know, if Fintan was bluffing with a hand like 10-3, 10 deuce, 9-3, 9 deuce, and went for a check back and a small bet, like we can lead against those hands and maybe get a call. If he has a hand like ace 10, which is going for a small value bet on the turn, right? ISO raise pre-flop for value. Flop is like awkward. Check back ace king, ace jack, ace 10 on the flop. And then small bet turn for like thin value or protection. So we can lead against those ace X type hands, right? So I was thinking, okay, if he has a 3, a deuce, ace high, you know, maybe this is a nice spot to lead. Just go for a small lead. And I did, but then he shoved. So I don't know. It's kind of it was a little bit of a clicky hand. Maybe it was played weird, but I don't know. I thought I had decent logic here. All right, I think I set a good trap. I really hope I did. I think I did. We're gonna find out, I guess. Oof, they have a big hand. Oh, I cashed for like nothing. Oh, I had the top bounty on my head. I cashed for literally nothing because I wasn't able to get the flip against Paul and no other bounty spots. Oh, that's frustrating. Huge. Okay, so with 2 games left on the day, I'm currently down $1,500. It was a small session. $2,400 is on the smaller side for what we've been playing so far. So, all right, another pot against Fintan here. Raise under the gun, defend, min bet. I like continuing with a raising range in these spots. Turn, I'm just gonna barrel for protection. Mainly. T. This guy typed T. All right, 3-bet pot, go for a range bet. They call, let's go for a check on the turn. Okay, the 5's interesting. So we're gonna have some, maybe ace 5. We're gonna have some king X still. I'm just wondering if I check, do they value bet 10x? They might. Decided to play this sizing, just slightly larger. I think our hand is still worth it, barely. Nice. That's good value. Maybe could have committed to a slightly larger sizing, but they had ace 10. Nice bet, he says. Thank you. Thank you, big pot. All right, we're gonna mix in a limp re-raise here. Not like, these kind of hands are not like super nice to limp call, and you could raise fold them, but they play pretty bad post, so I kind of like it as a bluff. Go for a c-bet. And I don't know, now I think we check and like kind of hope that he has like ace high hearts or something. Queen jack, check, check. Not a very strong part of our range here, so. Can have ace high hearts. This is pretty interesting now, I mean. This is a weird hand to have here. Oh, it's such a weird hand to have here. I mean, I lose to king, queen of hearts, ace 10, kings and aces. Just a 6 spot. I lose to king X of hearts, king, king jack of hearts, queen jack. I lose to pocket 7s, pocket 10s, ace 10. I lose to a lot. I lose to a lot. It actually feels okay to fold. So I mean, this is another spot that's really interesting on the river because when they ISO raise and then call, we can get rid of the ugly stuff, right? So they have big hands and then they have nice kind of suited hands or maybe offsuit hands like king, queen, king, jack sometimes still. But like they can't really call with a really ugly range here. So that really matters when we go to a flop like this because they're going to have lots of like suited broadways. They can have, you know, big aces, flush draws, whatever, right? Calling the flop, I mean, they can still have a lot of this stuff. We have the best hand a couple times here, but yeah. So the range is just strong here. We put in a small bet, they call. Turn check, they check back. So check back here doesn't really clear us of a lot of problems. They can check ace ace, they can check king king, they can check 10-10, they could check king X of hearts, they could check, I mean, they probably won't check pocket 7s, but like they can check a lot of strong hands here that raise, ISO raise, and then call. They can check queen jack here. I mean, the next factor is like, okay, so if they can have all these good hands, like why would we put money in? Because it's like, we can still get called by maybe a hand like ace queen or ace jack. We can get called by a hand like king queen or king jack. So it's not completely useless to put money in here. They could have a hand like ace 9 of clubs, right? Calling a re-raise and then calling a quarter pot on the flop. So it's like, if we check and they check back all the king queens, all the king jacks, all the ace 9s, if they check back everything, it's like we're kind of missing out, right? Or if they really think I'm bluffing and they call with like a jack 10 of diamonds or something, right? So it's like we could check, but we might miss out on all that value. Whereas like we can kind of comfortably fold, even though it really sucks. Weird hand, but I think I like how I played it, so. So further context, easy with aces said I had 2 pair. I don't like, the only 2 pair I beat there is, I think king 10, but I don't know if king 10 would check back the turn. It's, yeah, I don't know. All right, guys, we made a decent day 2. I would say this is the first good day 2 of the series. Because it's not a $55, it's a 109, and we actually have pretty good chips, 26 out of 100 players left, 52 big blinds, 445 locked up right now, and first place is 43K. So yeah, pretty good spot. I mean, there's still a lot of the field to get through, but yeah, I mean, at least we can lock in finally a nice day 2. All right, that's going to conclude session number 14. We had 2.5 thousand in buy-ins, 1,084 in cashes, so a $1,400 losing day. I only played 19 tournaments, which is kind of crazy. That's definitely the smallest, lowest volume session we played. I think I just had some kind of mini hangover from yesterday. Just did not want to put in the volume today, which I guess is maybe a flaw. You know, you can see this this session here, this Tuesday session was similar. Just coming off this huge Sunday, I was tired Monday and Tuesday. I think it's a similar thing here for the volume. However, the caveat, of course, is that we have our biggest day 2 of the series so far, this 109, with 100 players left and 40K up top. We have a good stack. So this day 2 column is pretty important. Luck meter, I think today was the first reasonable day in a while. Unfortunately, I still lost, but yeah, it didn't feel like I ran too bad, and I definitely won some big pots. So yeah, it's nice to have a day where it didn't feel like the entire world was against us. Unfortunately, that leaves the series at minus $8,025. The slide continues, setting absolute records in the wrong department here. All right, so that's a wrap on the Monday grind. I kind of feel like I got what I put in today, if that makes sense. I didn't play a ton of tournaments. I played a little less high stakes. I played less tables, and it was kind of just, it's a bit of a subdued session. So, I mean, to be fair, I did cash some tournaments that I got very little out of. They were 75% bounty tournaments. I ran semi-deep, but like I had to gamble earlier for bounties, and that didn't really work out. Our day 2 in the 33 was out like instantly in a flip. A couple of early buy-ins in the 200s that didn't go well. The 500 was like really promising, but then faded. So I'd say it was kind of a lackluster Monday, but that is, you know, I didn't push the envelope today. I didn't play a super long session. I didn't play a ton of tournaments, so it is what it is. I think it was better to play a small session today. And we got something juicy out of it. Our best day 2 of the entire series so far. It's in the 109. And yeah, we have a good stack. Like 400 lucked up, 25 out of 100, and that's gonna be nice to play tomorrow alongside the other parts of the session. The other kind of nice thing about tomorrow's schedule is the buy-ins fit what I want to play really well. You guys know how I feel about the $500 tournaments, and tomorrow is a lot more like 109, 215, 320. So that's perfect for me. That's what I want to play. I want to play that buy-in level. So there's a lot of that tomorrow. So I'm really excited for the schedule. Might not have to grind as many 500s and maybe not as much low stakes either. We can just kind of sit in the pocket of the buy-in level we want to play at, and then also mix that day 2 in once it starts up relatively early in the session. So I'm actually quite excited for tomorrow, even though we're still on a losing streak and we're kind of fatigued. But yeah, all in all, it's a decent session, and we got a day 2 coming up. All right, guys, that is it for episode 14 of the September Online Poker Series. Today it was something light. It was something light, but we showed up. We made a nice day 2 in the 109, and tomorrow just looks like such a good schedule with the day 2 on top. So I'm excited for tomorrow. We're gonna put in a bigger session, and we're gonna get back on the horse. This is the last week of play. We got Tuesday. I guess it'll be a week from tomorrow, Tuesday to Tuesday, and that's a wrap. So we got a lot of ground to make up. Tomorrow's the big day. Let's get to it. I'll see you guys there for another episode of the vlog. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.